Hello, this is George Urbacek from Bass Lessons Online. I want to show you a couple of essential beginner bass playing skills. These are skills that you have to be comfortable with so you don't struggle later on. They involve the left hand and the right hand. Now the right hand for right-handed players is the plucking hand or the striking hand, so I will refer to that as the striking hand, and the left hand is the fretting hand. If you're a left-handed bass player, just use the mirror image approach if you're going by vision, so to speak, visually. Okay, let's start with the striking hand. The first thing to do is to just put your thumb, copy what I'm doing, have a look at my right hand, put your thumb on the thickest string, which is the E string, the one closest to your face on a 4-string bass. Okay, and now we're going to use these two fingers, the index and the middle finger, to pull the next string. This is the A string, so it's a second thickest string. We're going to just pull that across in like towards our face, so to speak. So I'll just show you that very slowly. See how I'm alternating strictly with the index and the middle finger, often called the first and second fingers. Okay, I'll just show you that again. If you want, speed it up. Twice the speed. Twice again. Okay, so that's really important to get that down. Just see how I've got my hand placed. The wrist is reasonably straight, alternating these first two fingers, and the other two fingers are just tucked in a little bit out of the way. Make sure you don't stretch out like that, because you'll have stretched and strained fingers, which will slow you down if you want to play faster. So that's the first thing you do. Just get really comfortable striking the strings just across the strings. You'll start to feel eventually what feels right, how much you dig in or how light you actually touch, and then you just transfer that to the other strings. Okay, let's get straight onto the left hand now, or the fretting hand. Place the hand, see what I'm doing here? I've got all of the fingers arched, and place the tip of the little finger, the pinky, just to the left of the fret wire, which is this fret wire, the 7th fret wire of the A string, so the second thickest string. And see how I've just got all 4 fingers in the space of 1, 2, 3 frets. It can be, bunched up if you like. Try not to stretch out too much, just sort of comfortably like that. And you can see my thumb. You can't see my thumb because it's behind the neck. It's not sticking out like that. Okay, so you get this sort of an approach, as if you're just going to squeeze an orange or a tennis ball or a tomato, whatever, something like that. Okay, that's the approach. Okay, so just, if you can do that, if you can tap down the strings like this, all 4 fingers, you'll actually get a decent note. So that's a really crucial skill to have down. And then once you've got the fingers like that, all you do is then just use the same even rhythm that we used before. I'll start again. That was a bit of a fret buzz. That happens if you go too far to the left of the fret, so make sure you just go right behind the fret wire and squeeze hard enough. Try again. See, much cleaner. And alternating strictly with my striking hand fingers. That's all you need to do initially. Then you can speed it up. And now make sure that you've got a ring between the notes. Keep on ringing until you re-strike them with the next finger. See, it's still ringing. Doesn't matter how slow or fast I play. Try not to cut the note short. Try not to do this like that. So you're not really, shouldn't be preparing with the next finger. It only strikes a string when it's needed. So you get long, sustained ringing notes, as if you're hitting a bell or something. It just rings until you hit it again, until you strike it again. And now you can, I'll just do another fret now. Let's say we do the 5th fret underneath the index finger, and I'll just go 4 hits on the 7th fret and then lift the other fingers off, these 3, and keep the index finger down. Let's see what that sounds like. Let's see, 4 hits each. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, other string, same thing. So you can transfer these exercises just across the strings, and of course any fret groups. I tend to start in this area here because it's reasonably comfortable. It's not too bunched up, it's not too spread out, you know, the arm is in a comfortable position. So that's all I wanted to show you for now. Just make sure you get a nice even rhythm, a nice even sound and tone. And that's basically it. As I said before, you've got to make sure that you have these elements, these fundamental elements down, you know, you're comfortable with them, so you're not going to struggle later on. Now, if any of this was not even beginner enough for you, I certainly recommend that you sign up for my course, Bass Lessons Online. And if you're more advanced, of course, you do the same thing and make sure you'll get the rudiments covered. You do make sure you get the rudiments covered in my course. Again, so you're not struggling later on. Okay, so there's a sign up thing somewhere around this video here. So enjoy what you get out of this session. Bye for now.